Good tenacious defending. They're not out of this. Just a goal between them. Remember, they've never really beaten PSG, but the record books tell us that they have by virtue of that 3-0 default victory when it was deemed that PSG fielded an ineligible player for 3 games, no less. So they've got 4 defeats in the losses column on the league table, and only halfway up in 6th, but the reality, as we all know, is they have been playing better than that. They would again be clear in 2nd had those points not been stripped from them. And Jordan didn't do a great deal in those 3 matches, as I recall, was part of the squad. Isabella scored in one of them. Kanjinga scored in 2 of those games. Goals still count towards the career records in the Golden Boot and things, which will please Romy Luchter, as she got 2 in the 4-0 win against Fleury that has been overturned to a 0-3. Rott was looking for an easier option. There wasn't one, so she kept possession. Goes back to Letitia Philippe. Made 22 appearances in her debut season. That's the most so far. Could beat that this season with 12 already. Never present again. Yes, he did well. Just couldn't get the body shape right there, Christy Gavary. Talked about Jade Nassi trying to score goals to maybe get a full international call-up, but no luck for her there. A little more than 10 minutes gone in the 2nd half, and PSG still haven't taken control of this match by the scruff of its neck. You might have thought they'd be able to push on a little more, having got the goal just before half-time, but playing at home, spirited stuff in the Ocean Stadium, Stade Océan. But I guess the feeling is, I assume Paulo Cesar told them, they're going to come at you the first 10-15 minutes. They're going to try to ruffle you. There'll be a lot of energy, but they will tire. You are fitter, pass the ball, and the match will be yours. Doesn't always work like that, of course, and PSG have had some problems this season, but they've usually come through them. Wouldn't call this a problem at the moment. They might be putting the game to bed right now. Plenty in the middle. Oh, couldn't get the 2nd goal, Morissin. The debut as a sub for the last 15 minutes of the 1-1 draw at Lens. And already made a full debut this calendar year. Good work again from Limby Gilbert on the left. When PSG beat Love 3-0 at home last season, that's now their last victory officially against Love. None of the 3 goal scorers that day is playing today. Luchter, Guioro and De Almeida. But they might be introduced. Well, Luchter might be introduced now. Still just the 1 goal. Looking for a second to give them some degree of comfort. Maybe the reinforcements will be told to sit back down if that happens. Kachoui. does well. Good cross as well, flick just beyond Kanjinga by Morissan. Kanjinga's retrieved it, recycling the ball into the middle now. Chagas with a poor pass there. A few things she's done wrong today, but works out how to get the move going again. Ichigini helped it on its way. Kanjinga again. I suppose that Kanjinga's not sprinting to be in the middle, to be honest. Yeah, played it nicely into space. So you can run onto that to Kouachi. You see chasing, but won't get there. Contact there by the look of it. Noga Carmona's not happy, and the card is probably going to be produced here. Kept the cards in the pocket for the majority of this match, Morgan Chignard, but will be the first yellow brandished here. Physiotherapist by profession. Referee. Well, that's nasty, but I think it was. Don't think it was her that was booked. I think it was Baron. Colombian. Hello, Baron. Right, here we go then. So, Ichigini is coming off, and Jackie Groenen is on. Morissan coming off by the look of it. And the top scorer in the league, Rome Lukta, is on. And half an hour to do something about it. And Madeleine Rock replaced by Maite Boukli. Not exactly the most attacking substitution in the world, I have to say. Midfielder for attacking midfielder. He's been playing as the attacking, maybe second striker if you prefer. But it's fresh legs. You have Aimé Lefebvre on the bench, as well as Stievenard, who we mentioned earlier was dropped from the starting lineup tonight, and they need goals. And Ikram Ajabi, the Algerian, may be a contender to get on as well. A bit of a wild card to be thrown in. Did score once this season and last season. I see. Yeah, good defending. Did she get a touch there? I think she was scrambling to keep it in and must have got a touch. Boissat. Only match she missed last season was this season was the first match with PSG. She's played every minute in all of the other 11 games. Got a very settled defence in lineup. Kouachi and Enjoua also virtually ever present. Yeah, another touch on there. She saw it, and referee saw it. Nobody else seemed to, but Riedgenbock will get another chance and stay up for this set piece as well. Well, it does surprise me when a striker with so many goals volunteers to take the set pieces. And it was a free header in the end. Headed clear by the defenders. Carmona returns it. Is this going to be onside? Jinga's effort is going over anyway. It's been a good start to the year for Paris Saint-Germain after the 9-point deduction, with they are appealing. They went to Dijon and won 4-0 on the road. But it was a lot tighter than the scoreline suggests. It was 1-0 until the last 7 minutes or so. And that's when, as I said, usually the bigger teams in stature and particularly in squad size will finish the stronger. And it certainly proved on that occasion, with Olga Carmona getting her first goal for the club, and Kanjinga and Nimbe Gilbert also adding late goals after Kachoe got the opener. And they too also came through their opening cup tie of the season, with opening Coupe de France tie with a 2-0 win over Lyon. And Kanjinga again on the mark. And Jourdain, now registered, can play in the Coupe de France. It's a good ball from Olga Carmona, gave the defender a problem. Leaving players forward here, though, Havre, as they must do to try to get back into this match. We're heading towards the final quarter. A defeat would leave them just 4 points above the drop zone, with 3 teams on 8 points, 2 going down from the Arkema Premier League, remember? Overhit that pass. And 2 places between the sides at the start of play, but 8 points. And if you consider the points actually won rather than the points that stand in the points column, and 17 points more, they've won well over double Le Havre's total. So a draw for Le Havre would be a sensational result in many respects. And they thought they could do it today. Karchoui trying to make sure they can't. Invites the defender towards her and lays it the other side. Karchoui again there, didn't expect to get that one, rather hit her. And the move fizzles out again with plenty of red shirts forward. Stadium built on a former railway and industrial site. Hosted Women's World Cup matches in 2019. A bit of physical strength there, just getting rid of Romain Onjoua like a pest that was in the way. So Stevenard looking like she's going to come on. Emile Lefebvre as well. Fanny Rossi, possibility youngster, also made a few appearances this season, just 4 so far I think for Fanny Rossi. Didn't have many defensive options on the bench, I have to say. All midfielders or attacking midfielders, and Bakam Niaro forward could have thrown on, might yet do so. Just the one change made so far. We're going to have the other ones now. Referee's not been buzzed yet to stop play, so Isabella Chagas will get on with the throw-in. PSG themselves were beneficiaries of being awarded not 3 points, but awarded a 3-0 win. They'd remarkably drawn with Lens on the opening day. 84th minute equaliser for the team that sits bottom of the Arkema Premier League. That point was denied them when, similar reasons, PSG were awarded a 3-0 victory. So a little unfair to say if no points had been deducted, because they also had 2 awarded. So if you add on the 9 and take away the 2, they'd be on exactly the same points as Nantes, on 27 points. Nantes second at the moment, 4 points ahead of Paris FC. Paris have a game in hand, but the problem for them is their game in hand is against Lyon. Remember, the champions, not the team that wins the league, it's the team that wins the playoffs. And those substitutions will now be made. Casillas coming off. 17. Didn't really ever get into the match tonight, did she? But she'll be replaced by Fanny Rossi. And a big chance for her then, the 20-year-old wearing 20. And both the Moroccans coming off. And there is Zoe Stievenard. A lot of experience there, still only 24 years of age, will be 25. I hesitated then because I knew it was her birthday sometime early in the year. She'll be 25 next month. Kashoui with a shot. Well gathered, well held as well from the keeper. Very experienced Letitia Philippe. Recovered from that knock she seemed to get in the first half, thankfully. They said they're very short of goalkeeping cover now these days. So Lone's not a novice, but not anywhere near the same experience as Philippe. Olga Carmona. Big change moving from Spain. Brave move when she left Sevilla in the summer as a free agent. And had a tough baptism because her debut was against Lyon. And although they were 1-1 for quite a while in that match, Lyon just destroyed them, particularly in the second half. And ran out 6-1 winners, a chastening debut indeed. At that point, it looked like it was only 4 points from 3 games, but they did get awarded 3-0 win against Lens, as I've already referenced. So we've got a couple of changes that Lav could make. Maxine Diliberto has been warming up the substitutes again here. Quick football being played. Says chase that to Stievenard, and she will chase it, but she won't get there. Mary Earp's a little bit too long in the tooth to sit and wait. Comes from Nottingham in England. Mary Earps, that is, not Stievenard from Amiens. Neat turn from Kashoui, just biding herself a bit of space and time. Live coverage of the Arkema Premier League. And back tomorrow with Lyon and Paris, the last match in this match day. It was well played there. If I can't hold it up. Stievenard playing wide again, not an out-and-out striker. Number 7 kind of gives that away, but has been used in that role. And trying to make it more of a front 3 here now, but problem is they need possession to be able to do so. They might get possession now then in decent territory. Gavori has to go back first. They just overran it. Spanish fullback pushed forward a little bit more though than usual in this match. I think it's helped them flood the midfield with the Moroccan pairing with Mendy and Gavori. It's quite a strong engine for Le Havre to stifle opponents who are more illustrious and would expect to have more of the ball. But it's pushing fullbacks so much further forward. And they do like to get forward anyway, don't they? But it just means you can put your normal wide midfielders a little bit nearer the centre of the field. And just flood with red shirts as they are wearing today. It's worked okay for them. It hasn't been vintage PSG by any means, but as we've seen, a 1-0 scoreline with 15 to go can easily turn into 3, 4, or even 5. Is there a way back for Havre? Twice denied a win over PSG previously with late goals against. Stevenot picking it up. Oh, the interception from Kanjinga. This could be problems. Do have 4 back, but Kanjinga's quick and 2 more are joining the attack. Lukter in the middle wants another one for sure. Here's Kachawi on a left foot to Lukter, the Dutch top scorer, looking for goal number 10. Back it goes. The shot deflected off the defender. I think it was Baron, the Colombian. Sign from Racing Louisville. Angelo Baron. He's chested it wide here. You see it. You won't see it because we had a close-up of the striker instead. And this Ibalin. .14 minutes remaining as the corner comes in. First header away. Groningen picking it up, but losing possession with the misplaced pass. PSG win it back again, though. 25 metres from goal. And then again. Cicchini with a layoff. Carmona. Nice ball. And the header into the net from close range. Well, you can't give her opportunities like that. Lovely delivery, but Lukter on it again, and she takes her tally to 10 for the season. And that's surely game, set and match now for Paris Saint-Germain. And a beautiful delivery from Olga Carmona. And Lukter just stood there waiting, hoping no challenge came, and it didn't come until it was too late. Well, she's not been on the field that long, but tempted to say as a commentator it's that sort of quality, but I think had a chance like that come to any of the other players on the field, they'd be disappointed if they didn't convert it. But it makes the game safe really for Paris Saint-Germain's side, you would imagine now, deep into the second half, and a 2-goal lead for them to protect. And it could be the old story of picking off the opposition late in the game with their tiring limbs. First real quality chance they've had. Now, no free kick there. The referee watched it all the way, and Marriott will just take a few seconds off the clock. The last league win as of right for Havre was back in September when they beat Montpellier here by 3-2. Since then the goals have dried up and the wins have dried up. And if you took those 3 points away that they were gifted from the first match against PSG, they would be in the thick of the relegation fight now on 9 points. And those teams around them will just be thinking that they can claw them in yet and drag them into the fight. 2 from 3 isn't very good odds of escaping, but if you can make it 2 from 4, and Marseille had a setback the other day as well. Meanwhile, PSG looking for more. It's Kanjinga, it is 3. 2 for Havre, Kanjinga. Not a hint of a celebration, just another day at the office. And in the 80th minute, the scoreline now is flattering PSG if it didn't already. I'm not sure whether the keeper will feel she might have done better, but it was hit with such venom. Maybe didn't get down quite quickly enough, didn't look on the angle to be right in the corner. They're going to deny her a hat-trick, I think, are they? Let's have another look at this then. Luchter surrounded by blue shirts, but because she's such a good player, took so many with her, it opened the opportunity. And I think it just bounced in front of the keeper and might have just taken it over. Don't get a good look from there. Let's have a look from here. Yeah, it did, bounced. Probably the keeper should have got a hand on that one. So Ajibade back in. She's been a bit of a fringe player. Didn't have the impact she'd have liked after her own move from Spain. And again, Kanjinga is denied the chance to get a hat-trick. A few minutes rest deemed more important for Paulo Cesar. But she does have a great scoring record, though. That's put her up to 8 for the season. Second top scorer, as well as a top scorer in the league now for PSG. And again, you'll come and look at the results in future years and think, well, that was an easy one, but they haven't really played well today. But having said that, Le Havre have not had that cutting edge, have never really looked like scoring either, have they? Particularly in this second half, you thought they might, after playing so well for so much of the first half and just being broken right at the end of the half, but looking very organised. You thought they might make it a little tougher in this second half, at least I did, but kind of expected near the end of the game. If they were still losing, it might get worse. And it's a victory that will take PSG back up into a much healthier position. Their unaccustomed 6th place will soon be replaced by a 4th placed, and a spot in the playoffs as things stand. We're still a long way to go. 9 more matches after this in the league season. So another flurry of substitutions here by the look of things. 2 more from both sides, it seems. Paulina Dudek's coming on. Good to see the defender back. And for the home side, Jabi coming on as well. I'll try and get the graphics for you on the screen because I'm not giving much help here either. Yeah, Dudek's on there, wearing the armband as well. Hugely experienced defender, 28 years of age. And Mendy's gone off as well. Esther Mbakam Nyaro, to give her a full name, the last substitute introduced by Le Havre. I think our graphics department might have just fallen asleep. So number 19 striker on, Mbakam Nyaro for the home team. Esther Mbakam chasing regular first team football, has been very much a bit part player, the 24-year-old. And also coming on was Ikram Ajabi, an Algerian. Kimona with 1 assist. Good defending, good commitment at this stage. Been a regular since she got here. Made a debut on the first day of November against PSG, and they were beaten 2-0. Only to have the result overturned. The Colombians made 20 appearances for her country. She might be needed here with this Luchter corner. Oh, and it's gone in. Well, Dudek was up there and she got the touch. Whether the keeper pushed it into her or not, I'm not sure, but it is goal number 4 for Paris Saint-Germain. Now it's gone more than flattering, it's gone a little bit ridiculous on the balance of play, but Dudek, a scorer, virtually direct from the corner, and she will just want the match to finish now, the keeper. Feels sorry for Laetitia Philippe. Not great viewing for the keeper, not even sure she got there at all. I'm not sure how Dudek managed to get it forward. But the Polish player did, Paulina Dudek, making a comeback against Dijon at the start of this year, and coming off the bench today for her second match, and getting what is only her 8th goal for PSG in all the years she's been here. Considering she's good at set pieces, that's a little strange, the number of goals that they scored. Just 1 goal in the last 3 seasons, including this season. Now she's doubled that tally, and there might be more to come. Looked her into the area, good tackle. Referee making it clear that the ball was taken by the defender. The right decision. Maybe time for another. Two and a half minutes to go. There'll be quite a bit of injury time to be added on, which I don't think either side will be too keen on playing at the end of a busy week with 3 matches, 2 in the league and the Coupe de France. First matches for the top sides. Oh, and a free effort again for Dudek. Could have scored 2 in a game for the first time there. Scored 5 at Marseille in the latter stages of the first part of the season. Won 5-1. Again, 4 of those goals came in the 70th minute or later. And they scored 5 early on match day 2 against Nantes. On that occasion, 2 goals in the last 8 minutes. The referee's going to take out a card here for, I think it was for Isabel Chegas, wasn't it? Not for... It was a bit vague where the pointing was going. They think it's for Samora. Interesting to see Florian Jourde come on, by the way. It's hard to say. She had no idea, did she? But the cause of the points deduction, PSG losing 9 points because her registration wasn't completed properly. No fault of the player. Drills it forward, loves a long pass, loves the shot from distance as well. We saw that in her days in Spain. It's nicely done as well. And there could be further problem here. Free in the middle was Lukta, might not need Adjibadi. And Lukta's furious with her. He's saying, I tried, Ashiri Adjibadi. Lukta was stood there completely unmarked. All she had to do was beat the defender in between. In the form that the Dutch player is in, she would have surely bagged a 5th for Paris Saint-Germain here. break at the other end. Now into the middle, can Havre finish? Saved by the keeper and forces her wide. Well, chances have been at a premium tonight, haven't they? Mary Earps has not had much to do, but real credit to the former England international. Even in this situation, so late in the game, being alert, and I think it actually came off Dudek looking at the replay there. So 4 minutes to be added on here at the Stade Océan. There is a stoppage for, yeah, you see that for Paris Saint-Germain defender. It wasn't just Mary Earps choosing to have a sit down, was what I was inferring. Samora did have a knock earlier this season, 9th appearance of the campaign for her. And this will mean another minute to be added on, one would assume. One more match to be played tomorrow, Paris against Lyon. And then in round 14, Paris Saint-Germain have the daunting task as they become the latest team to try to stop the Lyon juggernaut. But it's not been firing on all cylinders since the new year. Very disappointing scraping of a 1-0 home victory against bottom team Lens last time out. Let's see how they do tomorrow against Paris. And then the other Paris side, both away from home. But it's a couple of weeks away. We do have a week in between. They won't be staying in Paris, that's for sure. Not for a fortnight. And that'll be on the 1st of February, on the Sunday. Match of the weekend. Crack of that. And that match day, Havre will be against Saint-Etienne. Now that's taking on extra significance, isn't it? Because 4 points between the sides. Saint-Etienne having got a win against Marseille in the midweek, could put themselves within a point of Havre. Following week, by the way, following match day, I should say, on the 15th, match day 15 on the, yeah, just the following weekend, 7th and 8th of February. Havre will be away to Montpellier, another team in the bottom three. So two crucial matches for Havre coming up to ensure they don't get really dragged into it. But if they lose both of those, they might well be in the bottom two, let alone dragged into it. And it's the Paris derby as well, so things don't get much easier. This has already gone for the offside flag. Paris will have home advantage against PSG. A bit more vocal now. A lot expected, obviously, of whoever comes into the hot seat here. Was entrusted with it temporarily, had been with Juventude in Brazil, and then joined the women's team staff here in 2020, specifically the under-19s. But known most as a player here for 5 years, between 2002 and 2007, Paulo César. He's still balling here in the 94th minute. Should be a little more than the 4 minutes if the referee's strictly applying the timing. Maybe a chance to get a consolation goal. Neat pass from Havre. Wouldn't quite come to Stevenard. It was unselfish to try and lay the ball up for by Rossi. Might get another chance, one of them in there. It's getting in each other's way a little. And Stevenard couldn't turn and hit it. And that will be enough for the referee. I think, is that the full-time whistle? No. I thought there was going to be another minute added on. And then it sounded like it was the full-time whistle, but just offside flag and the free kick for Mary Earps and for PSG. Well, there was a stoppage for a minute in the added time, so we should be playing to 5. The referee has checked her watch, though. All eyes on Morgan Chignard to end this one. comfortable win in the end for PSG, but again, took them a while to complete the victory. Took them 45 minutes to open the scoring tonight. Kanjinga on the score sheet again. She just has a tremendous scoring record when compared with minutes on the field. And that settled them up for a fairly pedestrian second half, if we're honest. They were never really troubled, but they didn't make the game safe until Lukta's goal after she came off the bench in the 77th minute. Kanjinga got a second for her in the 80th minute. And then Dudek celebrating her return in 2026. Oh, nearly some extras there. But Dudek getting the fourth in the 85th minute, and that's the way it stayed for the last 10 minutes. 5 of normal time and 5 of added time. Rossi down the left-hand side doing well, 3 in the middle. It'd be nice to give the crowd something to cheer with the last goal, but Mary Earps is hanging on to that one to complete the clean sheet. And the whistle will go. And so, PSG move back up the table from 6th to 4th. Level on points with Paris FC, who are in their sights. Still Lyon miles clear and Nantes still second. And Le Havre looking over their shoulders now after this heavy defeat on 12 points, 4 clear of the bottom 3. It finishes Le Havre 0, Paris Saint-Germain